to talk about if you don't know what your calling is, or if you don't know what your natural born gifts are. This is something that I feel people assume that we would know, and it's actually one of the hardest things to know. People say, okay, use your gifts, figure out what you love to do. What if you actually really just don't know what that is? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. These things are discovered in childhood. There's a lot of research about it, and if we had some trauma in our childhood, which a lot of us might have had, or weren't allowed to play and explore, then we don't know what it is. And there's studies by NASA that test kids when they're under 7, and they all test genius. And then by the time they're adults, hardly any of the adults are a genius. So when I was going through a big funk and just really confused in my life and depressed, and my business wasn't going well, I didn't know what I wanted to do, I felt like I was spinning, I would naturally get up and like cook. It wasn't something I was brought up with. And so I naturally gravitated towards that. What are the things that you do that nobody knows about, that you do in your secret time? What gives you peace and solace? What makes you feel good? What is natural thing that you just want to do? And that's harder as an adult because we're also externally stimulated and influenced. But to really reflect on that is one thing. 2 is to just try to be like a kid again. Think about, what do you do, and like time and energy are of no factor. A lot of times we won't do something because it takes too long or too much work. What are those things that those aren't any conditions for? Part of it is being around kids and just watching how they are and experimenting and fiddling around with things and trying to have and connect with that childlike awe and wonder about things. So I hope this helps. It's always fun to do it, even as an adult. I actually highly recommend it. And it's just like a beautiful thing that I've discovered in my adulthood, because I was way too serious as a kid and never really got to be a kid. There's no reason why we can't do that now.